why men's feelings are ignored in a relationship. I don't think a lot of times I'm actually going to put the blame on the men. I think a lot of times we get intimidated with bringing up things for two reasons. Number one, because the there are so many things that men have to be concerned about, that a lot of times we feel like we can't sweat the small stuff. It's like, this is too small. I don't want to bring this up because it's a million other things that I got on my plate right now. Unfortunately, women tend not to see things like that. There's a lot of times women get caught up in the small details and miss the bigger picture. It's just the way it's how their brains are wired. It's like men think very linear and women think non-linear, right? So I think what we have to start doing is, as men, what we have to start doing is that you got to start voicing your opinion more. And welcome back to Monday Marriage and Media. Mike here. We're going to go ahead and jump in and with Daily Wrap-Up Crew. The shocking truth: why men's feelings are ignored in relationships. 1,000 subscribers, that's the goal. Let's go ahead and get it.
Next topic, right? I know Keem had a topic about, well, we had a video, but we can't play the video. But he says, I think you said, do men voice their feelings in a relationship?
Absolutely not.
With the girls that they like.
Yeah, if they're interested in.
They answered the question right there. Somebody said it in the background. If these,
well, we can't play the video, but he says, I think you said, do men voice their feelings in a relationship?
Absolutely not.
With the girl that they like.
Yeah, if they're interested in the girl and they love the girl,
Do y'all
they
write
like
essays?
her.
They be crying and we be lying.
Yeah. They do voice
Yo,
their
Keem, explain the
opinion.
topic real quick.
So, damn, man. That's why I had the video, man.
They can't play the video. I understand that.
Well, basically, it's saying that men will go out through our relationship and not really tell you that you're doing something wrong in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would just suck it up and, overlook it because, he fuck with you or whatever.
That's sad.
I mean,
hope that somebody's not doing that.
I recently had a guy, he, basically, point.
it's sad, but then they don't recognize what the actual alternative is or the reason for it. Is because most guys feel like they cannot be honest with women because women are, we've raised women to not trust men, so that anytime a man comes with anything negative, the gender war has told them, well, no, he's wrong and you're right and you don't have to put up with it. Instead of saying, oh, you know what, this might be something I need to work on.
Pointed out what I was doing wrong in our relationship, and I basically was like, all right, because I liked him, so I was like, all right, I'll perfect that and I'll change and do what I gotta do. Whatever.
Well, good for you.
I think it has less to do with the fact that she liked him and more so to do with the fact that she trusted him. Again, that trust is a big thing there because most women in our community are not raised to work in cooperation with men or trust men. So that speaks to something. I'd actually be interested to know what kind of dude she's with, because just looking at her, she's dressed up here in provocative clothing. I mean, she's got that low cut top on. But all three of these women, Jesus, what's going on here?
Enough if you wasn't doing.
Niggas really do that though.
Shit, I got told that before I came in.
Oh yeah.
Told up all the time.
I thought you wasn't in a relationship.
I'm not.
That's the problem.
I think that's tough because a lot of times we hear that a relationship is mostly about making a woman happy. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's why we get the happy wife, happy life situation.
But if you're uncomfortable, you're not gonna want to sit in an uncomfortable position with somebody that you actually like. So you're gonna want to express your feelings.
I ain't gonna hold you. The reason, because I'm an expressive person, right?
Right.
But in a relationship, I was.
It's giving sassy.
In a relationship I was in, when I would try to express myself, she wouldn't receive it well. Like, she ain't handle constructive criticism. Well, you know what I mean? So I would talk to her and she'd get the whole attitude, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what, forget it.
Because she know what she was doing wrong. And she just didn't want you to tell her that she's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So that's
Already
why
a
it's like
woman on
people who
earth
could
first.
take accountability.
Mhm.
Those are people that you want to.
Bro, you
like,
know, women in
really
accountability
contact
do
with.
Maybe
not
how
go
the way
hand
you
in
No,
hand,
but
say
you
it
know
to
what I'm
some
saying?
women in
Yeah.
I
accountability.
talk very.
So here's the thing. That's a popular saying, right? Women can't be held accountable. They don't go together with accountability. That's when it comes from a place, from a people that they don't trust. Because again, women have no problem with accountability when it comes from their job, right? When it comes from their boss at their job, yeah, that's because they trust their supervisor. See, a lot of times what's happening is that we want women to be accountable to us, but they don't trust us. Then the real question is that why are you with them? You know, you're with a woman who, if you're dating or you know, if you're vetting a woman for marriage and you can't hold her accountable to anything, and I'm not talking about big stuff. I'm just talking about small stuff. If you can't even, it's not even hold her accountable. If you can't talk to her about small things without her lashing out, she doesn't trust you. You're probably with the wrong woman. And that can be problematic because a lot of times we take our mate selection is based on such superficial things. So you might have to, I'm just going to say it, you might be with a woman who's too fine. I know it's crazy. It's a crazy concept, but I mean, that might be the issue, is that you guys are not equally yoked in a relationship. There's not enough balance there. Because again, if most women want a leader, okay, well, if you're trying to lead and she's fighting you on that, that relationship's not balanced, at least not in her eyes. You don't have enough stones in your pocket or whatever. You can say a lot of times we equate it to money, but that's again, I think that's only when you lead with money. So I think that you might need to move on from that woman. I mean, I'm not gonna say you need to break up the relationship or whatever, but you need to start figuring out another way that you can add more value to the relationship, because usually that's what's going on when you have a woman who is not good with accountability. I think most women are. I think the problem is that when you get down to the nuances, is she okay with being held accountable by you? And we've seen what happens. Most women are not. So.
And I'm emotionally
Like, yo,
mature.
babe, I don't like when
Yes,
you bust
your
your out.
sign?
You got your meat
I'm a
nose out.
Capricorn.
I don't want to see that right now.
Yeah.
Nah,
so
don't tell me nothing about my meat meals. You ain't gonna see it, but don't tell me nothing about my meat meals. Like, the fuck, nigga?
One issue was the makeup. She used to wear makeup everywhere. So
Yeah,
I tell her,
and
babe, you know, you look
listen,
beautiful just the way you don't have to put
Nothing's
makeup
wrong
on.
with that.
You don't want to hear that shit.
Nothing's wrong with that.
I wouldn't accept
Because
that
honestly,
criticism. You
Yeah,
gotta
they
go.
trying to
There's
justify
some women
makeup.
out here that will
You
wear
just-
makeup
you already-
nonstop,
Uh-huh.
and you will never see her fucking face. And the day when you see her fucking face,
She
you're
like
like,
Cat
who
Williams.
the fuck is this?
I mean,
Yeah, but
I seen her
She
face,
like
but
Cat Williams.
Yeah, but that's deceiving.
You
Y'all
also
find that
like
deceiving?
Yo,
you
it's
be
not
going to the
showing
supermarket.
up.
Wait, time out.
Reposted.
Y'all don't find that deceiving?
Yes, that's deceiving.
Well, I mean, like,
I mean-
if we no, cause like but if we in a house, you supposed to know we sleeping together. There ain't no makeup on. Like some
Mhm.
Yeah,
guys
you
don't
gonna
want makeup on
see
their clothes.
me.
But like, if I want to get dressed
Women
and we're
be
going out on a
catfishing
date,
crazy though.
I don't know. Listen, if you're my dude, we're obviously in a house. We
That's
slept together.
different,
We're
yeah.
together. Like that was clearly his girl, so he clearly has seen her without makeup. She probably get dressed and put her makeup on. Makeup is an art, and that's the way
Smoking
she
is
expresses herself.
unattractive.
So if she
That's
wanted
how
to
you
do that,
So-
that's
on
just
the wall.
it.
so
Yeah,
if you go
look,
into
that's just not the girl.
You got this woman in the middle with the vape pen. Vaping is unattractive. Just again, a lot of times on this channel, I talk about the media portion of being camera ready. And you on a show like this, don't do that. It's a bad habit and it's unattractive.
For you, what
Wait,
you would just have to
listen
date
to
a
what
natural
listen to
girl.
what I'm saying. So you going to the supermarket.
That's a job.
Yeah, you don't gotta put makeup
You
on.
put
That's
makeup
no
on?
fucking supermarket.
That's a job.
No.
You going to the park. We was going to play tennis one time.
Maybe she was
Maybe
a
she
content
don't
creator.
feel
No!
Yeah, she don't feel secure within herself.
Our girls is like that.
Or some girls just really
Most
like
women are
makeup.
like that.
Yeah, I go outside. I don't care. I'm not.
I think
I'm not
most
putting on
women
no
are
makeup to go to.
most women are insecure. Like I think being
I
insecure is
I think
really
every
out of
woman is
business.
insecure in a specific area. Like everybody
I
has an
believe that.
insecurity.
Yeah.
That's just
I believe
like
that.
I went out with makeup on. I had a
Insecurity is a
nigga wipe my
billion-dollar
makeup, like literally just
Yeah, I had to
Like,
wipe my
literally just
eyebrows.
wipe my
That was
face.
crazy.
And I was like,
You know I don't got
whoa.
eyebrows.
So I just took
I ain't
it
gonna
off,
hold you,
like,
man.
fuck
I'm
it.
gonna start doing first dates
Listen.
at the pool.
That's what I'm saying. I
Don't you
advise
hate
all
when girls
men.
get makeup on your shirt?
Oh, sure, my bad.
Yeah, your
Put your face, you gotta go
Yo.
laundry
I be
tomorrow.
seeing when I
But
do
look,
that.
but some guys
Every-
some guys really care and some guys really don't. Like
Yeah.
if
You
you
really
will
care
live-
about what?
Really care
makeup,
about
like some guys will be like they don't want that on them. Like you will be like you told the guy be like, whoa, he act crazy. Like I don't want this on my tag. Like it's crazy. And then you got some guys that you would never hear. They would never even make a comment about your makeup, like ever. They would never say anything about it. So it's just certain guys.
They'll just wake up in the morning like, this bitch got makeup on my fucking pillow.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't feel a way. That just
Yeah, he
means
just
that
not
he doesn't
expressing
want to
himself.
He don't know how to tell you,
And he
bro.
probably feel intimidated. He don't want to lose you. He still got feelings for you. And you know,
He don't know how to tell you.
I'm
it's
too
a good
comfortable
percentage
around
of
my
women
nigga.
that-
Look, thank you.
I be looking
I'm too
head.
comfortable. I
Yeah,
be
that
looking
too.
head.
I be looking like
And
he's
they also
grown.
say, my mom always say,
I look crazy in
don't
front of my guy. Me
be too comfortable
that
around a
too.
nigga. If
So
you're not
when I
married
do
to him, don't be
my guy
comfortable
love
around
that.
him.
Look, I come.
I
dead as
love it.
am.
I
Like,
feel
you
sexy.
want
You
to
don't
get
get
sexy?
One mic,
I feel
y'all.
sexy when I'm like
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
done up. And
My
they
mom
look at me
always
still.
said, don't feel too comfortable around a man. If you're not married to him, you should
Man,
not be
fuck
doing that.
nigga.
And then it's like, it's true. It's really true.
She preaching, because yo,
She
you
preaching.
in the house because you in the house looking busted all the time.
Exactly.
And then when you going out, you looking good for who?
Yeah.
I mean, look good for.
You can't have it both ways. He's sitting there complaining that the woman wore too much makeup. But then now you're saying that, well, no, you're supposed to look good for me. But if she's around you the majority of the time, then that means she has to wear makeup the majority of the time. Or you could just find a woman who's just not that into makeup. And what she looks like is what she looks like. If you find her attractive with no makeup on, then you don't have to worry about it. Look, I'm not saying that makeup is a bad thing. I leave it to the woman's choice, but it's the man's choice if he wants to give that woman a relationship. Again, relationships are about balance. You don't like that she wears a lot of makeup, then if she wants to keep wearing it, then she needs to make up for that fact in that negative aspect in other ways. Or you need to find something about her that's going to work to your, it's going to be useful to you in other ways. Ultimately, both sides of the equation have to have utility to one another. So, you need to find a way that's going to, something that has to be there to overcome, to bring up the balance to the fact that she does wear a lot of makeup. And it could be anything because it's really dependent on the guy. I mean, so let's keep going.
For me.
That's why you gotta That's why you gotta have your dates on your date nights, and then you get up and you go.
I'm
do
talking
that.
about just in the crib. I come home, I want to see you looking good too.
Right,
Sometimes,
right.
I mean, you can't just be busting in the crib all the time.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
outside.
My
I'm
mom
outside
said
with all
that.
these women with the weaves and makeups on. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get home to my shorty. I come home with the meeks.
You gonna see me like right now, like when I come home like this. Hey.
Yeah, because you went to a
Come on, she
podcast,
look like
bro.
Doja.
Whoa,
She look like
man.
Doja Cat, man.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I mean,
When-
but look,
when you
but
gonna
look,
do it
but
for
look,
me?
but
When
look,
you gonna
but
do it
look,
for me?
Alright, so
but
it's
look,
like, I don't
One mic,
have
one
time
mic.
for that.
you're like if you're a busy female, like you are getting up, you're going to work
A
or whatever. Yeah, you're a mom, but it's supposed to be like kind of mixed in because I do be looking crazy when I'm home. Sometimes I just don't care. Like when I'm home, I'll be having my like 4 days where I don't even leave the house. I'm not getting up doing no makeup, but there be days that I get up.
She works 3
if
days
I'm
a week?
I don't have nothing to do. I'll get up and I'll do my makeup. I'm gonna come home and be like, oh, we can go get a drink or something. I'm gonna look.
I don't think you have to get your makeup done. And I
Yeah.
don't think
Just
that
period.
equates
Like
to-
makeup. When I say makeup, it don't have to be like a full face. I'm talking about eyelash, anything, just something, eyebrows.
It don't gotta be that. You could have been home all day. I'm coming from work. You could be like, no, I mean, do something special today. You know what I mean? And not makeup. You could just, know what I mean, do your
Put
hair.
on something
Do your
cute.
hair, put on something cute. Know what I mean? That's
I'm
it.
down for the cute little outfit.
Yeah.
I got little outfits at my house.
My little short.
And
Yeah,
y'all be out here with the dusty braids. Niggas ain't trying to see that when they come
Yeah,
home.
that's
You got- I
true.
put the bonnet
That's
on.
true, I'm telling you.
That's
trying to
what
see
you
that
got
either.
on.
I don't wear wigs, so I wouldn't know, but
I
it's
could
good
live
to
with
know
a bonnet
stuff.
here and there, but I don't want to see that shit all the time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you
Dusty
can look good
braids
for
to
the
the
world,
bonnet.
you gotta look good for
But
me.
what was your
Yeah.
longest relationship?
A very long time. I'm in a long relationship.
He's,
Okay.
he's almost married.
Big
Done?
fact.
Pretty much, like, you know what I'm
Congratulations.
saying? Like,
Okay.
You go ahead.
Yeah, them
bro.
dusty braids definitely gotta go, man. I ain't-
Blows yours.
I don't show
I
his
get
hair.
it.
Listen.
My braids is my.
I mean, my hair is long. I don't care. I got meats, but my hair is long. I don't give a
My
fuck.
mix.
Yeah, but y'all have long hair.
My hair be all over the place. It don't even be in braids. It be
That
all
was
over,
mad
like,
shade, and I feel like he shot it at me.
I'm sure shit at my girl too. I'm like, yo, you
Comb your damn hair.
Y'all hate to do your own hair. Like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I just shaved on my hair.
Y'all be taking better, like you say, y'all be taking better care of y'all wigs than these
Y'all
weaves.
rubbing that
and
shit
shit
on.
like that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Why, ladies? Why are they reading us right now?
The
Like,
niggas is tired of that shit. We tired of seeing these makeup
You know what?
transformations.
This podcast was for me. Like, thank you. I learned a valuable lesson. I'm gonna get rid of the bonnet. I'm gonna comb these.
Yeah, and don't
And I'ma
be too
do-
comfortable around your nigga.
The Dilly
That's
Rapper crew,
attract-
where
that's-
you
that's-
improve
To me,
relationships.
I was
that's
never
extremely attractive. A woman
Yeah.
that's just showing off her natural hair. That's
I think this title is kind of off because we don't really talk about. We spent more time talking about makeup than the actual why men's feelings are ignored. Makes you wonder if this was just really just clickbait. But we're here now, so let's go ahead and finish it. I do have some overall thoughts, though.
natural beauty. That's attractive to me. Like,
Yeah.
I
But
can't respect
so
a woman
when
that's
you-
putting
Mills
on.
is natural.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'ma
wait,
say-
wait.
Let
That's
me
all
tell
I'm
you,
saying.
I had to do.
But
I
when
had
you
to
do it, don't just show it off and then Meek Mill braids. Now, you gotta do that shit.
Yeah, because
I
y'all
be
be having.
When
a
he say
Coolio.
meat meal braids, he's
Y'all
talking
be
about the
having Coolio
mugshot.
too. Y'all be having the Spider-Man 3 braids this way, 3 braids this
Nah,
way.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Uh-huh.
But then
Okay,
you got some guys that's not really attracted to that natural, like the natural look. So
But who do y'all swear those guys? I think y'all just try to justify those guys in your head so y'all can continue
Every
wearing
guy
y'all
I dealt
fucking
with likes
makeup.
my hair.
Yeah.
Your natural
every
hair?
guy I like love my hair.
Your natural hair?
Natural.
Yeah, because you're wearing next to, like, look at what she's got on. So they're telling her what she wants to hear. That, you know what? I don't think we need to go any further because this is devolving into just a number one, because I'm tired of dealing with watching them vape on camera, and number two, they keep talking over each other, so it's hard to maintain clear points of views here and follow the conversation accurately. Random people yelling out, and it's just like, wow. But ultimately, why men's feelings are ignored in a relationship, I don't think. A lot of times, I'm actually going to put the blame on the men. I think a lot of times we get intimidated with bringing up things for two reasons. Number one, because there are so many things that men have to be concerned about that a lot of times we feel like we can't sweat the small stuff. It's like, this is too small. I don't want to bring this up because it's a million other things that I got on my plate right now. Unfortunately, women tend not to see things like that. There's a lot of times women get caught up in the small details and miss the bigger picture. It's just the way it's how their brains are wired. It's like men think very linear and women think non-linear, right? So I think what we have to start doing is, as men, what we have to start doing is that you got to start voicing your opinion more. And especially during the vetting process, you need to be upfront and honest about the way things, about where your life is going and the vision that you see for yourself and your future family. And most women are not going to fit into that. And that's fine, because again, you only got to get it right once. So when you're going through the process, you need to make sure that you have a very clear vision of what you see. And then, those 6 categories again: fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. You need to pick 3 qualities that you think are going to be the best assets to you and how you see your life going. And then that's what you look for. Now, the tricky part is that that can obviously change depending on, because your plan for life can change. So you may, it's not even may. It does happen, especially as you get older. The things that you look for in women that you would consider valuable do change. So I think that's where you have to be honest with yourself, because and realistically, like these women here, they're dressed provocatively. Oh, almost out of time here. But these women are dressed provocatively, right? Out in the open. As you get older, that becomes less attractive when you're looking for a long-term mate or a wife. because again, she's consistently showing herself off. One of the things that we don't prepare young men enough for is the fact that, well, yeah, you want to date, the Instagram model or the woman with the well above average looks, because she is attractive, she's appealing to the eye, not realizing that all the problems that come with that. A lot of times men, we're not teaching men how to balance the equation, or what it's going to take to balance the equation. Again, remember, if women are then leaning that much on their beauty, a lot of times there's not much left below the surface there. And a lot of times that's why these women end up being single at 35, is because there's no relationship skills there. And anyone who is they'll constantly tell you about, oh, I was engaged once and all this other stuff, and they have trouble making it down the aisle. It's because there's no balance there. Once you get past the fact that she's fine, and it's like, okay, well, what else is there? So, but this is an interesting conversation. Now, like I said, the title is kind of misleading, but we here anyway. So I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Peace.